Hi everyone. How do you manage stress in dentistry, especially if you're a new graduate? And there's probably I'll show you some personal tips that I find was helpful with me. So for credibility, my name is Khaled. I'm a dentist in Hervey Bay in Australia. I've been a dentist for 20 years. So this topic is very interesting because as a new graduate, you will always find dentistry difficult. That's you need to understand that's very normal. For very small percentage of dentists as new graduates, they might not find it difficult. They just got a very natural talent, very natural hand-eye coordination and mind coordination. That they don't really struggle much with simple things. But as a new grad, you'll find everything overwhelming in your first few years, even not just first year. But here's some really interesting advice for new grads how to de-stress. Some of them like have a good work-life balance. Try to work part-time. Try to take some time off as whenever needed. And my advice is a little bit different. And again, it's a personal advice, so it might apply for some, might not apply for all. But I believe that if dentistry is stressful, outside dentistry, you also need to do something that's very challenging. And ideally, involve some sort of a teamwork if you can, because dentistry can be very isolating. So especially if you live if you start your job as most new graduates start in remote areas, make sure you play good amount of sport if you can, because if you're physically tired and physically in pain, you will find everything you do in dentistry very stressful and anxious. Number two, with this sport, try to keep it challenging if you can. If you have to challenge yourself, you have to put an effort physically and mentally into it. And if you're challenged and stressed outside work, then you'll find that most of the stuff at work will be for sure less challenging and less stressful. You're training your mind and your body to face challenges in a comfortable, safe environment, which is sport. If you can find a team sport, I think you will enjoy that more than just going to the gym by yourself. Because dentistry can be very isolating, but if you're playing a sport with a team, you might make some new friends. There's physical contact as well. There's high-fiving. There's a lot of things that you will feel you're celebrating with a team. And this will lift your mood up. There is goal achieving in sport as well. Whenever you score any goals or achieve any milestone in a certain sport, you will lift your mood up as well. What's more, I would recommend if you can, I always advise with anything that involve contact. So it could be whatever you're comfortable with really. But martial arts, any sort of fighting, soccer, basketball, volleyball, netball, whatever that will involve a team and contact, I think will help you in your dentistry physically and mentally. Last thing, a lot of anxiety and stress in dentistry comes from lack of skills. If there is a certain procedure that you hate so much, it's probably because you don't have the experience on doing it to a good level. So get training as much as you can. Invest all your money. Don't buy a flash car. Don't buy flash clothing. Don't spend your money on anything other than training in your first few years. That's what I did, and that's what worked for me. Every cent I was earning, I was spending it on courses and continuing education. Do not stop learning. Don't rely on one person to teach you or mentor you. You might hear how to do a filling from different courses, and then you might find the right course that will fit with how you want to practice dentistry. So I think if you just focus on updating your skills as much as you can, understand it's normal to struggle the first few years. Find a contact sport that you can join outside work. So after work, you're not just relaxing. You need to also really put yourself in a challenging position. Then the challenges of dentistry will become easier as you go into your career. Last thing as well, in my time, we were not exposed to perfect dentistry everywhere on Facebook and Instagram. For us to see perfect dentistry, it had to be through textbooks. So try to, as much as you're getting training, but also you need to switch off from social media when it comes to dentistry. If you're exposed to perfect dentistry every night after work, you will hate your work so much. Because what you'll see on Facebook and Instagram, including some of my work, is someone who has stuffed up many cases in the first few years, and they're posting their cases after they have mastered certain aspects of dentistry. So don't get fooled and be very cautious. You don't get dragged emotionally into that. If you find this content helpful, please comment below. If you have any questions, please like and share, and make sure you subscribe to get more information. Thank you very much.